This is gonna be fun!
The following contest is in elimination.
Look who's on Raw! Little Miss Bliss!
And their opponents. First, from Columbus, Ohio, the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss.
5 feet of fury!
I just don't understand why Alexa treats everyone like they're second-class citizens.
Because she's better than them, Byron. When you're better than someone, it's perfectly acceptable to treat them poorly.
Is that the morals you live by?
Obviously, he works with you. Multi-time women's champion!
Yeah, she's not afraid to remind you either.
What an incredible career so far! It's boss time!
And her partner, from
Here
Boston,
comes Sasha.
Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
Stephanie McMahon brought Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks to WWE, and those 3 women changed the course of history as we know it today.
Yeah, Sasha Banks has been a trailblazer. She has been at the forefront of that change. In fact, Sasha's career-long motto, be so good, they can't ignore you.
You should get one of those rings that say Graves on it like Sasha has.
I'll pass.
And here we go, folks, as we get this tag team match started. Boom! Now that got those shoulders on the mat. Lita forces the shoulder up.
Too soon.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Nailed it. Uh-oh. Outrageous athleticism on the Hurricanrana.
That's how you wear down your opponent. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have 2 referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Willa Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for 2 referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask.
I don't think anyone expected Alexa Bliss would win the SmackDown Women's Championship at TLC 2016. Well, anyone besides Alexa Bliss. But Bliss prevailed, beating Becky Lynch for the title in a tables match.
I totally knew that was going to happen.
Ooh! Momentum. She counters before it's too late. And she's trying to flip the script here.
Easier said than done, Michael.
Byron Bush really shocked the world when she beat Becky because a tables match is about surprise. Normally it takes 3 seconds to win a match, but a quick powerbomb through a table made history for Bliss.
Yeah, people will say Bliss came out of nowhere to win. I mean, she was fresh from NXT where she never...
Alexa Bliss locked up.
And 2 from the goddess with insult to injury.
And there's the kick out. Not yet.
Severe damage being inflicted to the back.
Alexa Bliss has had an unbreakable grip on women's championship since joining the main roster. She might have it. Ooh, what impact.
Can't waste any.
She goes for the cover. Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
Might have slipped there, Cole.
Going to the top. High risk. Look at this. She goes for the cover. Corey, you mentioned before that Alexa Bliss is a master when it comes to getting in her opponent's heads, and it's worked against the likes of Bayley and Mickie James.
Heck, Alexa Bliss even pit her competitors against each other when in 5 or 6 women matches. You really have to clear your head and focus against Little Miss Bliss.
Oh, God, right in the face.
Pick up your teeth in the front row. What a hurricanrana.
Harsh impact.
Talk about rocking the jaw.
A surprising reversal from Sasha Banks.
The boss is giving some serious orders right now.
Hey, Byron, just like you.
Bankrupt. I bet you feel foolish, Roddy.
She goes for the cover. Oh, clothesline.
Nikki Bella has been eliminated.
Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined brighter than any other is the New Day. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston are 2-time tag team champions. But it was their second reign that put the New Day name in WWE history books forever.
Back now inside the ring. The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team This could be all she wrote.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, it's over.
And she kicks out.
She's still in this one.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
Well, that was a long way down. The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a broken rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus won.
Uh-oh, here's one.
Insult to injury. Game, set, match. This one is over.
And Alexa Bliss heads for the top rope.
Tag team history was made when the...
Look out, Alexa Bliss is measuring. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Caught. There was a lot on the line in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team title reign to their resume and enjoyed the recognition of being the first ever SmackDown tag team champions. The team of Rhino and Heath Slater was the team no one expected to be in the finals. Slater had extra motivation because he was fighting for a WWE contract.
And at one point, it seemed like the Usos had everything well in hand, but Rhino and Heath Slater refused to lose. After a gore from Rhino practically cut Jimmy Uso in half, Rhino and Heath Slater went from an unlikely tag team to the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Never say never in WWE is absolutely right.
Lita got the wrestling bug after watching Rey Mysterio. This naturally led her to Mexico's most famous arena, where she made it her official business to become a professional wrestler.
What a hurricane!
Sasha Banks is scaling the ropes. To elaborate on Lita's training from Mexico, she's the first to do so many things in the ring that she goes for the cover. She might just be running on instinct at this point.
I'm impressed.
And Lita reverses it.
All the way up and around the world.
Sasha Banks dodged out of the way there.
I remember seeing Sasha Banks perfect the bank statement in NXT, and when the boss has her opponent cinched in right in the middle of the ring.
Hey, Byron, just like you.
Bankrupt.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
The window to take this just opened for Sasha Banks.
She's calling her out. When Sasha Banks locks in the bank statement, it's boss time, and it doesn't take...
And Sasha with a backstabber, flipping her over. Here it comes! Sasha with a bank statement! The bank statement! Lita in a very precarious position, guys.
She goes for the cover. Plenty of fight left.
Wow. Hooked up.
And now Sasha Banks heads up. Sasha Banks is scaling the ropes. I think Sasha Banks is done playing. Look at this. Shoulders on the mat. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
Very admirable performance here, but you have to wonder if she's risking permanent injury.
She comes up big with a reversal. This might be it.
Oh, my. Sasha Banks avoids major damage there.
She got lucky.
A superstar is always in a high-profile match when they main event a Monday Night Raw. A spot Lita once found herself in when she clashed with Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship.
In her home state of North Carolina, Lita threw caution to the wind as she put her body at risk, all because that night was about to be more than championship gold.
Shoulders on the mat.
You guys bring up Lita and Trish's Women's Championship match. It isn't lost on anybody that was the first time women were given the spotlight to have a match in Monday Night Raw. It was uncharted territory.
The Lita-Trish rivalry had reached a fever pitch, and the two weren't given that main event spot. They earned that main event spot.
Oh no, this isn't going to end well.
Oh my gosh, surfboard leg breaker.
Now let's just hope Banks has enough stamina to pull through.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos.
Bankrupt.
That's when you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. Yeah, talk about a bumpy landing.
Oh, the backstabber.
Sasha with a bank statement. The bank statement. That should do it.
That's one of the more impressive submissions in today's sports entertainment.
And Sasha Banks pops the shoulder up.
Not even close.
Tag team.
Schoolboy from behind.
Lita has been
Now that's
eliminated.
an impressive tag team victory. These women put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. Wow, I haven't seen a match like that in a long time. I might go home and watch a replay. It was that good.
Here are your winners, Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks.
A very impressive victory.
With wins like that, there's no way these two should even think about splitting up. Just my opinion.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.